A Maitland police officer caught driving drunk 4 times the legal limit was just suspended for 100 hours.
Yeah, this all happened on 1st Avenue and Highway 441 in Mount Dora. Channel 9 anchor Darlene Jones joins us live in studio with this story. And Darlene, you got a tip about this case after you investigated hundreds of law enforcement officers caught driving drunk that aired last week.
Yeah, Greg and Martha, and there are questions about how and why he was already disciplined despite the ongoing criminal traffic case involving this body camera video you see here, which he did plead not guilty to. But as we know from our investigation last week, this could all lead to him losing his driver's license and even his law enforcement certification.
Initially, Maitland Police Officer Joshua Rotarius didn't want to go through a field sobriety exercise. He had crashed his truck into a car, stopped at a red light in the area of 1st Avenue and Highway 441 in Mount Dora. And according to the crash report we obtained, Officer Rotarius told the Mount Dora officers the driver in front of him suddenly slammed on the brakes, and Rotarius accused the other driver of trying to scam him.
It's your opportunity to show that you're not drunk. Why would you not do it?
And then, according to this report, he made a call to a Lake County deputy and a Maitland lieutenant, both telling him the decision to do the field sobriety exercise was his alone, which he finally agreed to do.
You're going to count out loud each heel-to-toe step.
Officer Rotarius mildly struggles through the first part of the field sobriety exercise.
You going to count them aloud?
And then he wobbles through the second part, and the Mount Dora officers are obviously concerned that he struggled to walk. Watch what happens next.
100,004. 100,004, 100,006, 100,007.
The Internal Affairs report recently completed and released to 9 Investigate shows he was suspended for 100 hours and placed on a year of probation because of what the Internal Affairs investigators saw in this video. But we also uncovered something else. The Maitland Internal Affairs investigation now raising questions about why those Mount Dora officers responding to this crash scene turned off their body cameras more than once, which we saw firsthand while reviewing the videos. But the report also mentions those officers didn't learn Officer Rotarius was a cop until he was placed in handcuffs.
I'm also a cop. Why didn't you say that?
The Mount Dora officer says, why didn't you say that? We have heard from the Maitland, the attorney representing this officer who you see here, and he says he has some of the same questions that we have raised about the Mount Dora investigation. So we'll be following up on that here in the days to come, guys. We are still waiting to hear back from Mount Dora PD about those questions that we have. But Maitland also told us the officer was removed from special assignments, ordered to attend a substance abuse program, which is consistent, they say, with their department policies. Again, this officer suspended and has pled not guilty.